What's good, y'all? It's Ty, and I just want to say I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching my videos to the end, commenting. Man, I just love what this channel is turning into, and let's keep it up. If you got any builds you want me to try out, if you got any type of videos, any type of thing you want me to do, just let me know, and I'll definitely, try my best to deliver. This video is a RedSec Center video. People have been asking for tips on it, so here I am to deliver. So, without further ado, RedSec has been out for a little minute now, and after grinding this mode non-stop, one thing became obvious. Most players still have no clue on how to actually play it. They run into it like it's Conquest, like it's Breakthrough, like it's any other mode in the game, when it's not. It's a BR. And that's why they keep losing fights they have no business losing. RedSec plays completely differently from every other mode in Battlefield 6, and if you don't understand the flow of it, you're always going to be reacting instead of controlling the match. So today I'm breaking down 10 RedSec tips you need to know if you want to dominate your rounds, if you want to set the pace of the game, and play this mode the way it was meant to be played. These are just tips that I've accumulated over some of my game time. This is not everything, but this is just some of it that I know that can definitely help you guys. These are the real mechanics behind why I succeed in RedSec. Number 1, control information before you push. RedSec is a mode where information is more important than raw aim. Like, that's one thing I always tell people I play with. Positioning and information are the best things you can use in this game mode. If you go into pushes blind, you're instantly putting yourself at a disadvantage. Think about it. RedSec has specific lanes. Like, I'm talking about on the points of interest, I'm not talking about in the open fields, because you gotta just keep your eye open and be vigilant. But in these POIs, there's gonna be predictable choke points. There's gonna be specific lanes, and you're gonna see some tight entry angles. And if you don't know where enemies are rotating from, what angles they're holding, or how many players are stacked in the next building, you're basically gambling, and gambling loses games. When you take even 2 seconds to gather information, whether somebody's using a drone, whether you're looking at the compass, or the mini-map, you're setting up every fight with intention. You're pushing into fights you've already mentally prepared for. Information turns chaos into opportunity, and RedSec rewards players who know that before they move. Number 2, use the right classes. And I'm gonna be real with you, you can run whatever you want and be successful in this game, but if you want to consistently win and kind of have that edge in RedSec, Recon and Engineer are the most essential. I say this as an assault main, but I gotta be real about it, Recon gives you unmatched tracking tools, and the drone is completely busted when players use it correctly. It lets you read rotations, mark hidden players, and you could control entire zones without even exposing yourself. Engineer, on the other hand, that turns you into a RedSec problem solver. If you see a tank, that shit is gonna be gone. Engineers have the benefit. They keep that thing on them. You feel me? They could blow up tanks. They could delay tanks. They could do so much things that just disable tanks and neutralizes that problem, so you're not even thinking about that. Engineer denies space. They break defensive setups, and it forces teams to reposition. These two classes working hand in hand, bro. Recon providing the information, Engineer providing pressure. When you combine both of these on your squad, your team feels like it has a brain and a backbone. Number 3, master RedSec movement. Movement is everything in this mode, but not in the way that people think. You don't want to make yourself loud and a target sprinting all the time. You become way more predictable. With crouch walking everywhere makes you slow and useless, so I don't want you to do that either. RedSec is all about IQ and IQ-based movement, knowing when to change your pace. Crouch sprinting is one of the most powerful tools in this mode. It's all about timing. Use it when you need to, Use it when you need to close that final distance in a flank without giving too much audio, that is. Use it when someone hears your footsteps and you need to break their expectation. Use it when you're repositioning after a kill to avoid being pre-aimed. The players who win fights in RedSec aren't the ones with better aim. They're the ones who move unpredictably and break audio cues on purpose. Number 4, don't take raw pushes. Push with purpose. This is where most players throw away their entire rounds. They see a cluster of enemies and they don't know how to act. They sprint straight at them like bots. RedSec punishes that instantly. Entry pushes need purpose. You need information, you need timing, and you need your squad to be at least be alive enough to apply pressure somewhere. Pushing into a building, pushing into any gunfight with zero intel on how many players are in the vicinity is basically suicide. Pushing alone when your squad is wiped is a waste of a life. Purposeful pushes mean you wait for a moment where your team is resetting. You have info on at least one side of the building, and you can take that angle and get the advantage. Smart pushes win fights. Rush pushes lose them. Number 5. Win the mid-range fights first. This is the part that almost nobody talks about, but this is probably one of the biggest difference makers that I see playing RedSec. You're not gonna win by just pushing every fight. And it works, it can work, but you can be very successful by just clearing the outer ring of mid-range players who are holding angles and stopping your team from advancing in the first place. Those players sitting at 50 to 70 meters holding long angles, they're the true defenders. If you ignore them, you're gonna walk directly into crossfires. The smart play is to clear those players or force them to back up before you could even think about entering the building. Once mid-range control is established, especially like let's say I'm going to a building, I'm fighting and I see a guy up top. Once I break him, once that control in the mid-range to long range is established and he retreats, the point that he's on, that building that he's on, is gonna collapse easy. RedSec becomes simple when you win the fights outside before the fights inside. So if I'm advancing on a building and I see somebody up top, once again, he's beaming me. He has the point. You feel me? He has the advantage because he has the high ground. If your aim is good enough to break him or cause a distraction for your team to get in there, you're good. You just control the mid-range. Number 6, rotate early. RedSec punishes late movement. Timing is everything in this mode. If you rotate at the normal time, you're already late. Good teams rotate slightly before the fight is fully over, or right when they sense the next lane is about to open up, that they see the next circle. Trying to have that foresight. That early rotation gives you positional advantage. It lets you cut off enemy pushes, and it puts you in favorable gunfights before the other team realizes what you're doing. Late rotations always run into full setups. Really think about it. I'm pretty sure you've caught yourself at a time where you're running and the fire is right behind you and you run into a team that's just holding a building and they just mow you down because they're just holding you out of the circle. They have the head glitches, they have defensive crossfires, they have everything in check. Early rotations lets you be that guy that's setting up. It lets you be that person that is holding everybody out of the circle. Players who rotate early and have that foresight in matches win matches. Players who rotate late, they end up dying. More times than not. It takes way more effort to win a game when you're not using your brain in these situations. Number 7, use utility aggressively, not defensively. This is one of the biggest skill gaps in RedSec. People say their utility like they're afraid to waste it, but utility is what breaks setups and wins fights. Throw grenades before you push a room, use a recon drone, use the tugs, use a ladder if you're an assault to get height advantage on a point, or anything that'll give you that advantage in the fight. Use your brain. Use C4 to blow shit up. My thing is, you don't save utility in RedSec. You use it to create openings. A single grenade, a single anything can change the outcome of a full team fight. Don't be cheap with your tools. Throw them with confidence. They're gonna come back anyways. Number 8, play off angles, not default angles. Default angles that's what I call them. They're basically death traps. Everyone pre-aims the same spots in RedSec. The doorway, the head glitch, the staircase. If you play those angles, you're gambling your life on being faster than someone is already aiming at you. Off angles flip the script. Standing 5 feet to the left of a doorway creates an angle that nobody checks. Holding a lower or higher elevation than anybody expected gives you the drop instantly. I was just talking about this last tip if you're an assault using a ladder. Watching a rotation instead of the obvious push route gets you easy kills. Off angles make you unpredictable, and unpredictable players dominate RedSec. You want the enemy to look where you're supposed to be, not where you actually are. And in my future RedSec videos and my future gameplays, I have some crazy gameplays. I need you guys to pay attention and see how I use these tips that I'm giving you in my games, because these win me fights. Number 9, don't overcommit without intel. Overcommitting in RedSec is one of the easiest ways to get farmed. You push too deep into a building. You round a corner too fast without your teammates. You chase a kill that you don't need. And suddenly you're in a crossfire, somebody just third-partied you. You need to gather small bits of information before you take any big swing. Peek a hallway safely. Bait a shot. Check how many footsteps you're hearing. Use a sensor. Every bit of intel is going to keep you from running into the unknown. Smart aggression is powerful, but blind aggression is going to get you deleted. Always check before you commit. And number 10, confidence wins more fights than aim assist ever will. RedSec rewards confident players. If you hesitate, if you second guess or slow yourself down mid-push, you're done. But when you commit with intention, especially when you have intel, you force the enemy to react. And when people react, they make mistakes. Confidence isn't about ego, it's about decisiveness. If you make a read, trust it, and let your teammates know. Be communicative. If you're pushing, commit fully. If you know you have the advantage, do not overthink it. Confident players, they run this mode because they dictate the pace of the fight every time they move. And this, sometimes it doesn't have to do with skill, it just has to be, it has to do with the fact that your confidence, you're using your brain in the game. RedSec is easily one of the most chaotic and fun modes in Battlefield 6. But once you understand how it really works, the entire experience changes. You play smarter, you win more fights, and you start controlling rounds instead of just surviving them. Apply these tips and you're going to feel the difference. Let me know what you want to see next. Once again, if you have any setups you guys want me to try and showcase on my channel, I'll do it. If you need more class breakdowns, movement tips, or more full videos on the biggest RedSec mistakes that players still keep making, let me know. I'll deliver. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been Ty. If you made it this far in the video, I fuck with you because you fuck with me. And I appreciate y'all, man. Till next time, peace. Fuck it, man. 5 squads left, few people left. They're in that building. On my green. Ooh, sniped one. I sniped one over there. Kill confirmed.
Oh my god.
Let's go right. Let's go right. No. Circle. Let's try to get some cover up here.
Oh fuck.
Where are they sniping from?
Behind us.
Oh, in front of us. Up top here. Up here on me.
Yep.
Behind me. Oh, right here, brother. He's fucking weak. No. I'm dead.
No, he still fucked me. He was 50 health. God damn it. How did he?
No.